numbers. We are live, and I need some more light. I believe the people can see.
Okay.
Can see it.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's-
My name is Manuel Reta, ex-commissioner for the state of Washington, and also the founder of the Northwest Washington Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And today we have a gentleman on board who's running for office here in Whatcom County. Quiero decir que soy Manuel Reta, soy el comisionado del estado de Washington, también comencé también la Cámara de Comercio del Noroeste. Y aquí estamos con un joven que está corriendo por la oficina del condado de Whatcom. Y es una persona que es muy, es nuevo. I want to say, basically, you are new
Yes.
to this challenge thing. And so I would like you to welcome El Señor, your name.
Hola, me llamo Kamal. That's all I know.
Okay.
So in Spanish, and Manuel, thank you for having me here to be able to talk to your audience live, and it's a privilege and honor to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, and I hope that you receive the same feeling that we have together, in a manner that I'm trying to make it as simple and as perfect as I'm able to, both of us, to communicate. En las questions, en las preguntas que voy a preguntar, ojalá que puedan entender ustedes. Si tienen preguntas ustedes, nos pueden escribir también por la internet. If you have any questions, any comments whatsoever, feel free to say something on the screen, and we will try to answer those questions. Okay. So my wife here is playing with the computer, but we're still we're still live. So what led you to decide to run for office?
So I will talk about myself a little bit and how my journey started.
Okay.
I moved here. Well, I was born and raised in India until I was 15. Moved here in 1996 because our dad sponsored us. So it's pretty much like every people that are immigrant, they can probably relate to my story. So moved here, not knowing any English whatsoever. I went to Bellingham High School. That's where I started learning how to speak English. Graduated from Squalcombe High School, and after that, I went to Bellingham Tech College, where I got I got 2 degrees, one in automotive and the other one in construction technology.
Okay.
So after I graduated from Bellingham Tech College, I worked in construction industry for about 5 years until the economy crashed. That was 2008, and then I became a CNA. Worked at a nursing home for 2 years, and after that, I got a job with the hospital. Worked at their hospice house. It's one of the best program here in Whatcom County when you need the end of the life care. And right after that, I ended up getting a job with Peace Health in their maintenance department. I worked there. So what led me to run for this position is it's simple, and at the same time, I am pretty sure we can also relate to this because every day when we hear what's going on in our communities, and currently with COVID and everything else. So I would come home and talk to my wife about it, and also my friends. So we would all agree to it. Yes, we agree, but who's going to fix it?
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, someone has to come out and do something about this. But then the question is, who is that somebody? So nobody going to come from the Mars, right? So, and then I don't know if you know Jennifer Sepsic.
No, I don't.
Okay, so Jennifer Sepsic is also a family friend. She calls me up and say, "Hey, Kamal, would you like to talk about politics?" It's like, sure, why not? Come on over. So when she came over, she goes, "Okay, there's a county council race." I thought she's going to run, and she goes, no, you should try it. It's like,
Mm.
well, you know what? I've been thinking about this, but I told her no. I don't think I want to because I don't like politics. But then at the same time, well, there are so many problems that I would like to fix, and also want to represent that, our communities, such as immigrants who moved here from other countries. We literally have no voice in all of this process. And so it's like, well, you know what? I have friends from different communities. I have friends that are Mexicans. I have friends that are from Guatemala. I have friends from Russia, Ukraine,
Mhm.
and India. So I want to be able to represent them as an immigrant community as a whole. And also, so this is a great opportunity because it's a county council at large. So now not I can only represent my community
Mhm.
and Whatcom County as a whole. So that's why I decided to jump on this opportunity. I know it's a little long story, but
Okay.
yeah,
That's good. Well, let me
yeah,
say it in Spanish a little bit about your little
okay,
bit.
sure.
What age was that like when you came on from me to here? What age was it?
15.
A la edad de 15 años, él se vino de India a este lugar. Su papá más o menos lo pidió que viniera a estar aquí en ese condado de Whatcom County. De allí comenzó la historia. De 15 años fue a la escuela en Bellingham, graduó en la escuela. Después de la escuela entró a la escuela para otras cosas, para hacerse más, para más entendimiento, que era de tech school.
Yes, sir. Yeah, tech
Tech
school.
school. Fue la misma cosa que yo también hice también. I did the same thing. So I listened to his story. I know what he's gone through. I've been there, done that, and so I know I agree with saying, okay. Él vino, está corriendo, le preguntaron si quería correr para oficina para el condado de Whatcom, del condado de Whatcom. Y vino una señora y vino y le platicó con él que él no está con mucho con política. Él está para ayudar nuestra gente. ¿Qué es nuestra gente? La gente que muchas veces no tiene el poder de hablar o de hacer las cosas que uno debe hacer bien. Él viene de India, él conoce latinos, conoce de Guatemala, tiene la amistad en todas estas partes. Él es un hombre que quiere ser la voz para usted. Por esa razón, él está corriendo. Está corriendo para unir la comunidad. He's running to bring together the community as a whole so that we can all work together. For a minute, don't think about the crazy politics, Republican, Democrat, Independent. Think about a man that's willing to do something positive for everybody. I know we're not going to agree on everything, but the Bible says, let us reason together. So I believe this man here before you is a man that's sensitive to the issues. He's sensitive to your voice, and he cares for what this county is doing right now. So further ado, I think it's better for him to answer more questions. If we have any other questions, I don't see nobody put anything on the computer, but feel free. Feel free. We are here to listen to you. I believe that it's a good thing. And like I said, I went through this.
Mm-hmm.
When I applied for mayor here in Ferndale, I was a Washington State Hispanic Commissioner. I could not, I was like on the fence. I could not straddle the fence.
Yeah.
I've always been very equal to everybody, all the parties, and everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this radio station, La Voz De Whatcom, is dedicated to bring people on board so you, the voters, are able to have enough discernment to understand and do what is right. So when you come to the ballot, at least you will listen to him or anybody else that comes on the show here. They are welcome. Give me a call. We'll set up a meeting. But at least you are listening to my friend here. Okay.
Yeah. And also, I also want to say that I'm not hard to find. I live in Whatcom County. I live in Blaine, Washington, and people can always reach out to me on my Facebook page, which is Kamal for Us All, and my website kamalforusall.com. So those are some of the easiest way to reach out to me. And if you want to set something up, it doesn't matter what community I want to reach out everybody in our community, and I also want to encourage people from especially from our Hispanic community. Run for a position. It doesn't have to be for the county council, for school. Our kids are going to local public schools. Run for a school position, run for the city, run for the county. Don't worry about that your English isn't good enough. I had to learn English when I moved here, so that's not the case, because at the end of the day, we all have similar needs and similar political views. you know so just because you're from different country, that doesn't mean anything. Now we are here, this is our country, so we have to participate in all the decision making. So I would highly encourage everybody to run for a position. So
Es muy importante que correr para una cosa aquí en el condado. Será por la escuela, será por el condado, será por algo en la ciudad, porque de verdad usted tiene la voz. You have the voice. We have to listen to the voices that we are before us, and we have to be obedient to listen, to be a good listeners. So ustedes que están escuchando, que es muy importante que escuchen las palabras de mi amigo que está aquí. Y además siguen con eso, porque los consejos son buenos para usted. Ustedes deben recibir las cosas que de verdad son para sus hijos. Sus hijos también van a necesitar ayuda. It is important that we all reach out to the community as a whole. We have children in the schools that are growing up. They do not have the ability to have a voice, unfortunately, at times, because the parents cannot speak or even write Spanish. And that's what we have here in this county. So how do we reach our children? By teaching the things and to providing the works, providing people there will be a voice for the people, for the county, for Whatcom County, and to be able to relate all of this here to the younger people. There is an opportunity for you. Just listen and kind of follow the leaders that we have here right now.
hmm
So
yeah, and also the ballots are out, and please go through your ballots and pick a candidate, whoever you think is going to represent your voice. Vote for them, and make sure after you're done voting for them, hold them accountable. That's the biggest thing. Make sure you hold them accountable. If they don't do their job, make sure you question them why they're not doing their job. So vote, because if you don't vote, then people don't know that we, the immigrant community, is also play a vital role in Whatcom County, in everyday economy. So your voice is very important. So because there are so many decisions that are being made every day. If we're not representing, those decisions aren't being made for us. They're being made for someone else. So please,
yeah,
please
es
vote.
una cosa que dijo él es que muy importante, si alguien va a correr por oficina, habla con ellos. Si ellos dicen una cosa que de verdad es que de verdad es para usted o para la comunidad, que sigue cumpliendo con su palabra. Su palabra que él habla ahorita, la palabra son las cosas que está diciendo él. I have to agree with you that your word, we have to hold the people accountable for their word, where they stand, what they say, and everything else. That is an absolute, not a maybe, because at the very end, you can go home and sleep and you know that it's going to be done. And if it's not done, again, hit him again or hit her again. Ask, what's going on here? We voted for you for this reason because you were honest, you were a person of your word, and you're going the other way.
Yeah.
And so that's very important. Communication is very important, and this kind of a political race. Hold your individual accountable for what he says.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say they should be making promises. Okay, yeah. Promises, forget about that. But let your word, what you say, hold on to what you say
Mhm.
in a way so people can respect you and follow you and know, hey, know something, that that woman or that man is a person of their word.
Yeah.
That's all that we want to know.
Yeah.
So with that, I think it's important for you to both of you can agree on that,
Hmm.
Kamal. And
Yeah.
anything else you want to bring up? This is the time,
Yeah.
my friend. So
So yeah, same thing. I also want to say local elections are very, very, very important because most of the time when I say we, I include myself in it because we
mhm.
tend to pay attention to the presidential election, which is good. You should pay attention, but local elections, that's where everything starts. What kind of a mayor you can have, it's all decided at local level. Your police officers, because it depends on the police chief and the mayor. What kind of a sheriff can you have? That also depends on the local election. Your school board, what type of school your kids will go to,
Mhm.
and the curriculums, that's also get decided at the local level. And because all states have their own rights, right? So our local elections are, I would say, much important for everybody to partake in them. So
Es muy importante de escuchar a las personas que están hablando. Es muy importante de votar por los sheriffes que van a correr por ley, que usted piense, ya sabe, o conoce la persona, apoyar la persona. It is important to support those individuals that are actually running that you know personally, whoever they may be, for, like you said, the sheriff or the county or the schools. There's some people in the schools boards that have been holding the thing over and over again. I believe in young blood coming into the school boards, have some ideas to help our children. In Ferndale, for example, I'll give you an example. Ferndale, we don't have a Hispanic or any kind of other ethnic group in the school board. I ran for one time. I ran because of business. I ran because a commissioner. I ran as a founder of the chamber. They didn't listen to me. Afterwards, issues came up in the Ferndale School District.
mhm.
We have to be careful. We need young blood in the school boards and also in the county. We have somebody here right now next to me. So I hope you can vote for it, Kamal, in that matter.
Yep.
He's ready to go, and I feel very certain that he will keep his word to you. I know there's different voices in the county, but he will do his utmost, I believe,
Yep.
to do what is right.
Yeah, and you may have seen my signs there in the background, those blue signs, Kamal for us all. I would appreciate your vote. Please come out and vote. And if you have any question, please reach out to me, and I'll do my best to answer all your questions. And if I have to, I'll be more than happy to sit down with you. Thank you.
So if you have anything else, or can always have another meeting another time, it's your call,
Okay,
and we can go from there. Okay.
perfect. All
So
right.
go ahead.
I was going to say thank you again for your time. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, and we will talk again. And I hope that you will be able to vote. And like I have already voted, and I'm quite sure that some of you have voted already. But keep Kamal in your mind as far as a excellent candidate, young and ready to do the work uh, for all of us in Whatcom County. Thank you very much.
Thank you.